Hello and welcome to the TechGig podcast, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Sukriti, and I'm here with a podcast episode that talks about big data, cloud, and edge. We will conversate about how big data is running the tech world from edge to insights. And to facilitate the conversation, I have with me Sahil Chawla, the CEO and co founder from Tsecond. Welcome to the show, Sahil.
Hi Sukriti, thanks for inviting me.
So, Sahil, I'm really excited to know the elements that we're going to actually unveil and talk about, especially the big data and how it's actually trying and driving the entire tech world for us. So, let's quickly get started with the questions. The first one that I have for you today is that how data capture is, really pivotal for AI and analytics.
So just to give you a background about in today's world, especially in last 2-3 years, we have generated data which is equivalent to last 20 years. And this being data generation has shifted to edge. Edge environment could be a data center, or it could be any edge kind of devices, moving edge like drones, planes, or submarines, or any of the locations where data is being generated, which is not connected to the world. So the data generation has been shifted to edge kind of environment. And to understand why this data capturing is important, you need to run lot of AI and ML applications to create decision making for enterprise. Lot of enterprise needs this data quickly from all their edges, and they want to process with the modern applications available in the market today, which are data hungry, to give analytics out of this. So that's where we see that there's a shift of complete world towards edge data systems.
Thank you for that, Sahil. Moving on to the next one. Tell me what are the current factors that are driving data storage evolution and also evolving the higher data storage capabilities?
Yeah. So major current factor, we are becoming towards a smart world, digital world. We can call this is a digital age where we say that data is next oil. And in defining this, lot of data is being generated at a very remote location. Manufacturing companies have become industrial 4.0. They are generating huge data, and automation is happening in the industries. They need analytics to make decisions on their productions. Similarly, healthcare industry, lot of hospitals equipments are becoming smarter and smarter. They are creating huge data. Then in the IoT, all the automation is happening into enterprise, into home automations. They are generating huge data. And then world is moving towards smart decision making into autonomous vehicles, automobile industry. And then aerospace and defense is a bigger industry where a lot of data is being generated, and it is critical data which is important to manage, analyze at a very quick time.
All right. So, Sahil, I mean, we've just spoken about the entire evolution, and all of us know that the evolution has actually accelerated past 2 years. So, can you throw some light on the paradigm shift to data storage at edge?
Yeah. So if you see, we were unheard of exabyte and zettabytes of data. Today, in especially in Indian market, if you see, of GB was a very big thing. We were not consuming per month also 1.5 GB. Today we are consuming 2 to 3 GB per day. That also is limited to our phone devices. All the social media is being generating huge data. So similarly, all the enterprise is being generating huge data, and data is being shifted towards the generation like terabytes. A plane is capable of generating a petabyte of data from 15 hours of flight, or a movie set. Currently, movies are being made. They generate anywhere from 800 terabyte to 2 petabyte one movie. Similarly, autonomous vehicle, if they run into the industry or in the roads, they are capable of generating 200 terabyte of data per day. Data is being an industry. You will be surprised, a liquor manufacturer describes their problem. They are generating 2 petabyte of data per day from all their automation factories. So the data generation is becoming happening more and more, and we need systems or storage systems, smart systems, or portable systems to analyze this kind of data, getting access of this data, because currently only anywhere industry wise 1% to 10% is only is available for active analytics. Rest is being kept as an archival or garbage data. Imagine if you could get this data, and modern applications running on this can give lot of insights, lot of improvement can happen on decision making.
Absolutely, Sahil, I completely agree with that. The usage that we actually have an approach for matters a lot in today's tech world. Tell me, what are the kind of challenges that organizations face to capture and migrate data, and how they can combat them?
Yeah, so major challenges, this environments are these are very high. It could be a low temperature or it could be a very high temperature. So the environments on the edge are not standard, so they need special systems designed for this environment, which would be rugged, which could for example, you can put some of the systems into water for a harsh environment, still the data should be survive, so that data accessibility is easier. So these are the major factor, and these locations are in a very different locations, remote locations, where there is no connectivity through 5G or through network. So this needs to be an active processors, systems units, which could help to capture this data, process on ground, and then help to move this data to data centers where the post production can happen.
All right. And how can CIOs prepare for the future to optimize the infrastructure in terms of cost, performance, and space elements?
Yeah. So CIOs are majorly focusing how quickly they can get this data and how the capacity of this edge systems can be increased. And they're spending huge cost analyzing this, and they want to understand the better performance they can get for the organizations is a time sensitive and cost sensitive. So, and as you rightly said, the cost of system should be compact, it should be secure, it should be efficient to bring data from one location to another location. So CIO are spending huge knowledge, they're experimenting with a lot of companies to come up with edge storage systems.
All right. So that is about the entire utilization part, Sahil. BRYCK, not BRICK, but BRYCK, a product which is actually managed by Transcend, reimagines the entire activation of big data for enterprises. Can you please tell us more about it?
So we saw this problem as we spoke in the past. Uh, this is majorly a edge storage mobile system, which is we call as a BRYCK platform, which has a hardware layer and a software layer. Hardware layer is a high dense storage system in a smallest form factor. Why we have named this BRYCK? Because it's the size of brick. It's a world's smallest form factor to store data up to 1 petabyte, and it's an active storage. You can run a lot of AI ML applications on this, and for post production you can move this storage physically from one location to another, whether it is from edge to a data center or edge to cloud. So that's where we are trying to solve a problem through this platform.
Wonderful. And I'm sure it's going to actually help organizations also solve various problems when it comes to data and analytics, Sahil. So that was the last one. Thank you so much for filling us in with so many insights that is actually relevant for organizations and developers and all our professionals out there when it comes to managing the entire tech world and driving the insights and working onto edge. Sahil, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thank you.
So, audience, it's a wrap. Thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned to TechGig for all the latest tech updates and happenings. This is your host signing off.